That's another thing that I have done today. I feel pretty good about myself. 4. My face is all freaked out, by the way. Uh, Hello? Thank you. Why are you so difficult? Is why the... Oh, you fucking... Piece. You know what? I bet... Now that... With the camera off, I can have this resolution again. Okay. But yeah, so that's why no camera. But you know, since it's out, does help this game not be shit, which is good. I hadn't tried it, but it seemed to have no real problem except for whenever I was using the flashlight so far. So anyway, day 2.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
I see. Anything else for me today, window?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Could I fix you or something?
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Contains 12 bottles. How many does it hold? Why can't I pick you up?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Interfacing. Oh, electrochemistry. I see. It's an interesting
A
idea
mirror hangs
there,
on the
game.
bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you
Wow.
attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Oh, I should have looked if I hadn't. Did I have any clothes that could have helped? Yeah. You. That's something you gotta worry about. Why does it have the? It had the hand thing. Anything for me out here? I don't know why there would be, but never hurts to check. Why is this highlighted?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
I mean, yeah, that just happens.
The door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it.
Awesome. Knock yet
Still
again.
no answer.
Alright. I don't wanna bother the lady. I was just checking. Oh. Some stuff's going on, huh? Summer door closed for the winter. Hey, Kim.
Morning.
What's hanging? Quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here.
Uh-huh.
Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
These are the men that Gar was talking about yesterday.
Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Did you have a rough night's sleep because I kept you out? Way too late.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
So yeah, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, I was planning on
Yeah,
it.
streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
We'll get there. We'll get there. What do you have to say about it?
Just a moment.
Oh,
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
he appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Is everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
How convenient.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Well, so what's wrong? What is wrong with the phone
The
line? I would like to
manager
know.
was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
You know why? How do you even be vague about phone what?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Aha! Now you're thinking.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Those are always the people that shit happens to.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bed. How could you possibly know what I have to worry about? I don't want. I don't want to just lay this on this lady's plate, man. She doesn't. She doesn't need to worry about me. She has too much to worry about already. Yeah, what was he
Just
on?
some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Huh. So yeah, I'll just say that.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
It is most likely just some technical problem.
Whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Yes, some left field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
Oh yeah, getting some wacky antics. Like the murder investigation is what hasn't been wacky enough
And
already.
if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there.
Yep.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So yeah, what kind of rare insect are they looking for, ma'am? I'd like to hear this.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
But I love bugs, dude.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but
Ah yes, Phasmatodea, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
In so many words, yes. I probably couldn't have said it so eloquently, but
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to be searching for some kind of gnome of Jeroma, would you?
how does uh, how does that sound like that from that description? It just sounds like a bug that's shaped like a reed. Is that not a thing?
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking. Not a big fan of that.
It's simply elusive. So much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Establishment. I thought so.
This is dangerous.
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Why is it here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So that's all you got.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
It matched the description of something that nobody else has seen. How do you know that? What?
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I guess, yeah, I took her mind off of other stuff.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
That's a I mean, that's not really a, that's just evolution, dude. Like, does that make it special? Why is this thing?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
Is it is
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
well, let's go and find him so they can tell us then. What is this?
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What the fuck do you mean?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
How? Where? What? Let's ask him.
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
Bro, this dog's being crazy, dude.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Hmm. What do you mean? What the fuck's the call about that?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
No, I don't want to be a normal cop. That's not what I'm doing.
Good, good, of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
I want to declare myself something else. All right. That's you had no right. I was off to fucking sell these. Didn't want to be poor. Oh, it's raining.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Hell yeah, dude.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
I love the rain.
Humid, your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
Alright, what's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
Down the shore.
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water. Coal City, end of all lines.
East.
The great gates of the industrial harbour are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
Gotcha. That's not good. Or that?
You, on the Martinez Plaza, a small dot looking up at the sky. Droplets form on your eyelashes. La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbour. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary. Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. A silvery curtain of rain over the houses, the class divide. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river.
They don't. Wow, okay.
Tower blocks crowd one another.
Interesting.
4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The morning news. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Filthy water pools around a body. Droplets of rain slip from the dead man's cold cheeks. A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock. Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes.
Gotcha.
It's home.
What? No. Absolutely not. Saying that one.
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed. Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Alright.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock,
Wasn't it
a
south?
repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's going on up there?
Coalition-era statics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
What? Aerostatics. All
This
right.
rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Yeah. I'm dressed better than you are, even. Racist pig. Fucking.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
No, bro. Can I shut what help? Oh. No, there's a machine, right?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Yeah, yeah. Very nice. Excuse me, but I need to, be on my way in here. I got some people to talk to. Secret orbs? I never noticed that. I guess it do be saying orb. Whale Fjord.
Before
Really
you
now.
stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
This this container has a purpose. I'm telling you, man.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe.
You do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It's
There may
just
very
disco.
well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the union boss.
Just hang on a minute.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
And that's just what they want you to think. It's their camouflage mechanism. Why suddenly did the frame sink? They were fine just a second ago. What are you doing?
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
I see. Maybe I can check it again after I interview the man. It's a speaker, apparently. Stairway made of pallets. Got ya. I don't have any other hats other than this bum hat, so I guess. I mean, it's just a toque, man. Why is it a bum hat? I don't understand. I don't. I'll doubt I need interface. I don't know if I'll need half-light or electrochemistry or what. But okay, let's see. That has. Oh. Oh, this is just better than that one. But I mean, that one is green. I do love the green. And you've got physical instrument shivers, less authority. I may want some authority here, so. I'll go with the standard. Can you walk up slowly? Where the fuck am I? Oh, you gotta go here. Okay. A taxidermy fish that tells time. What do you know about that? Alright. Hello? There we go. There's the man.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Oh, you know what? I never did this. Was that it? No. That didn't help. Whatever, dude. Just get through it.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. With a mixture
I keep
of
him staring for a minute
expectation
here.
and impatience, well bottled.
So yeah, there's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Man relaxes into his enormous, fancy, comfortable pillow leather chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
So where do you go when you're not? If you can't get up, where do you go when you're not here? How do you? I couldn't talk to you. This don't make no damn sense.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you in the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
I would rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
No, it really actually is kind of a me thing. Like I say it a lot. I don't really like to sit. Whenever I have an option, I like to stand.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to
You're
his
entitled to a friendship,
typewriter.
buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Alright.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
You dirty man.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Yeah. You're not doing much
should
better
take
here,
care
pal.
of that nonsense.
Points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge. Then why can't I find it?
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it
Wow,
again.
That's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Sure, I do need it. I'm not gonna say shit though.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or
No.
Nah.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays.
Bro, that's cool. Shit, what are you talking about? It would be better if it weren't from a guy like you.
Now, I'd
But
like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
you're not supposed to know about
His
that.
slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
That was good. Alright. We needed some Half-Life.
When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, "Be very worried."
How do you know?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Ooh, okay. Oh. Alright, so those check balanced out. But this chair is killing me. Kim, can you help?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
He says as though to himself. Oh my god. Alright. You know what? Let's just make sure.
Who does this guy think you are? Ronnie the Rookie? You ain't worried about no lost gun, or unpaid bill, or forgotten name. You're the bad cop. You're probably more corrupt than him.
Okay, that's how we're doing this. Alright. Yeah. That's my point, right? What?
Fuck yes. You're part of the old guard, the ancient guard, the most corrupt, unholy cops in the land. Chill out like the black dragon you are.
Oh my god, alright. Don't really want to be, but I guess I may can use it to my advantage somehow. Alright. So, smile and cross your hands behind your back. What?
The fat man does the same, sinking deeper into his chair than one
Like
would
he's
think
doing?
is physically possible. He seems to be enjoying your little display. Good. Now lean in with some corruption.
What does that mean? What, like with Did you just spread the legs? What the fuck? How? Alright, listen, Everard. Pal. We both know what makes the wheels of the world turn.
That we do, Harry. Let them say what they will about you and me. We're both born fighters.
Let's say
I
it.
do want you to feel at home, Harry, truly. But you'll have to excuse the humble accommodations.
That's it. Now kick back and add a final flourish for dignity.
Alright, how are we gonna do it? Definitely not this one. Sure.
You strike me as a reasonable man, Harry. I like that in a law man. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? What can Everard Clare do for you?
I've gotten a little bit of clout. That's
I
great.
think we'd like to ask you a few questions. Don't you think so, Detective?
Sorry, man. I'm trying not to die here. Alright, I'm celebrating a major victory over this fucking stress. Or this fucking chair, too. Because it was a huge part of the panic.
Somehow you managed to get yourself out of this one. Now quick, keep the momentum up. Ask questions. Whatever you do, don't ask him about the gun first. You don't want him thinking you're scared.
Alright, so why did you call me that weird ass name before?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Oh, no.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
50-50.
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
Sure, I mean, try it.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
So yeah.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips.
You love calling things big and fat there, brother?
I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everett over his
Mr. Kitsuragi,
spectacles.
would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Okay. So this one then.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
What's alright, alright. So what's in the container? So that's the important thing, is figuring out what's the deal with this thing that was attached to the crane.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
No, but this one's special though.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Oh god, I love this. Yeah, I'm gonna find out what's in that container. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make it mine. That's what this is all about. Okay. So aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
For jumping? Okay. But yeah, I too am surprised by the resilience and athleticism of this tool been provided with.
You did look like you were gonna collapse and die when I told you about your lost gun.
Bro, we don't need...
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Alright, so let's talk
So
about
of
that
course,
hanging then.
That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
And why can't we do that?
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
No. We're not.
No, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry, this annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole entire goal with talking to this slimy fucker. So yeah, but you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Whose door is it?
No one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What does that mean? You can't. It's a person.
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Okay. Why can't you do that?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
I mean, yeah, because it takes too much time to walk.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
I mean, I guess I have to, right?
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
I hate this guy so much.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Alright. Now we can circle back around to the gun and then to the folder. As, you know, the order of the way that things were introduced to me.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
Well, you need to put more effort into it
The
then.
only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
So yeah, alright, I'm gonna... So what do you mean by that? I just want you to... I want to hear what you have to say about it.
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
I'm just gonna ask him.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Jesus, alright. So oh fuck. I bumped the thing. Got him to admit to the best of his ability as a scumbag to having my gun. I know where it is. Gotta do his thing to get it.
Let's hear it, Harry.
It's my name, bitch.
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Don't be silly, Harry. Harry Dubois, that's a real man's name. A Union man's.
I don't need your approval.
Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can. But of course, Harry, your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
He
All
doesn't
right.
really seem to know any more about it.
Yeah. Huh. You know, super basic information. Yeah, where did you get the or no?
family?
we'll do this.
Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Nah.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
Harry cares about himself and his country. He's not about the in-between.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
I don't think you are allowed to say that.
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
Are you sure?
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
That's
He's
damn
probably
right.
just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Oh, I got more for the... Kim suspecting something. That's why you talk.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
So get this, bitch ass. This is not a folder. This is a
Okay,
fake folder.
Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
I probably will.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
That's actually in my best interest, though.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Alright, I have more important things to worry about, though.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
So, yeah.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Fuck yeah, workers unite! Alright. 20 by 50 centimeter check looks like it's meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala-like event. Supposedly exchanges for 25 real at your local fruit store. Below the number, careful hand has written the words Constable's rent, all of it. note worthless in a pawn shop. Gotcha. So yeah, those are Monday tasks. These are Tuesday tasks. I gotta find a fridge. Yep, there's a ton of stuff there. You can probably just... No. Have to go down here? Need to clean this up. Save over that one. Nice. Nah. Okay. For this, I'm not gonna need authority for this. So I'm gonna put the cool ass shirt back on. And probably gonna fail this anyway, but we can see.
Before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
I'm gonna try this at other points. Do I have is this one is okay. Am I take that off?
You're back before the cargo container.
And I have an
Its
8.
draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
That's not the worst.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Yeah, why am I?
Why are you what?
Anything at all.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Bro, these are after the hours. Okay. Why are you the hand? Thank you. I'm a fucking... cursor back. These are these white ones that I can try again? Yeah, cause this one. Okay, right. So logic on the damaged ledger. What? Okay.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
I guess I just forgot about this stuff.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
I see.
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And that's the name.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I was already told this.
Harry Dubois, HDB.
So yeah, I'll look at these later, but I
Not
can look
much
at
has
these.
changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Alright.
It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand.
Uh-huh.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Oh, this guy. His pit is just bottomless. Just keeps getting deeper.
If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing?
'Cause I can, bro. It's just following the leads. Jesus Christ.
Torturing your own nose for no reason is not conducive to case cracking, bud.
Are you angry with me, nose?
Yeah, turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. Quelle fucking surprise. Come on, no more. The ledger is going back down, away from your nose now.
Alright. Fucking dope. Alright, so where was this map wall? Up here. Up in the... around? Was it? Aha. Is this not? This is not the wall. What the fuck? Okay. No.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
What?
It's been a week and now they show up?
Why are you talking?
Can't get involved in this.
Oh, the map wall is in the store. There was something else with this wall. Did I succeed with that? I don't know. Sturdy woman humming to herself, browsing the books.
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading.
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
That's all. That's your personality, huh?
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
I don't care. Alright,
This was a tremendously useful interlude.
bro. Can you calm? Just for a second, okay? I have business.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is Raikou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamir, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Alright. Yeah. Got any cities?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminide, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
Gotcha.
850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
And no, torn apart by people.
The
Probably.
ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
Okay.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Uh-huh. What? There's nothing. To be done with this map wall, though.
Several maps have the maps look old and faded.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
No, what happened?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business. I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable. Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
The north coast of Averden up to the east, road Hudon. It's so small. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb.
Yes,
No,
okay, I've been through
this
this.
is somewhere to be.
What? Okay. I can't. Is it because I have something in my hand? What is.
Several maps. The maps look old and faded. Your eye.
Are these.
Several maps. The maps look old and faded.
Yeah? Well. I have no clue then, bro. Okay, so this one's probably just gonna stick around because it just stops being a thing once you get the world map. I forget even how I did. Who was Renee? It was not you, right?
Hello again, esteemed officer.
No, your plaisance.
Welcome to crime, romance, and...
Back off. Any news, kid?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. out of the rain and into the gutter.
You got any
A
fridges?
fridge? You mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary.
I spare, you say. I didn't expect her to actually to tell me where to find one.
Ice bear fridge?
Yes, like a bear, but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement, with red glowing eyes. I went back there once, behind the bookstore. Mum doesn't want me to go there anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary.
And there's a big fridge there.
Yes.
So how do I get inside the building?
That's a problem. The only way in is through the bookstore, but my mum is pretty strict about not letting anyone in.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know, you're a policeman. Maybe you can convince her somehow.
Admiration, you say?
Anyway,
Love to see that. So what is that homework?
math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess.
I guess.
I found something while you were away.
What you got?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. My, esophagus very full of gas. Hurting my lungs a little bit. So where did you find it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
There are... Okay, I'm... now greatly interested in what's behind those curtains. They hold important secrets of the hat varietal. Need to see if there's any more dope ass hats in there. So yeah.
Yes, I bet it looks good on you. Really serious. Right,
Let's-
I have to
I'll
get
try
back to
it.
my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Suggestion, huh? Hell yeah, dude. Feeling it. Yeah, that's minus suggestion. I don't have anything to give me more of it, right? Yeah.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Well, I mean, I guess I could just, be good at stuff. And just roll well. And then, everything just moves right along. Alright. So, we've met before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time, before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologising to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Oh man. That's, what a thing to be told about yourself.
Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Yeah, so I am actually trying now. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see.
You get
You
these
don't
gloves
have
off.
party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
So slowly, ever so slowly realizes something that I haven't noticed yet, apparently. So let's ask the child.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Hey, that's the way to perceive,
Good
baby.
thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
No, no, no. We don't need to go down that road.
Don't leave us hanging like that, man. Open yourself to the experiences of the world. Expand your consciousness with amphetamines.
Right, no, let's ask her.
I didn't know I had to do that.
Alright, so yeah.
I'm glad I
Thank
could
her.
help you, sir.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Stop with all the sir business. Just a worker like the rest of us.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
Sure.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
I see ya. Thanks, kid. Oh. Okay. Of course I've already put all of these up some. Right. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? That's probably a good thing to have. What do I want back here?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and biographies of famous people.
I'm getting back behind your store. Oh, it's in this. Okay,
A fridge?
in the cellar.
No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
She nods at the bookshelves.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
What's back there?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
You can't. What are you trying to do? Hypnotize
She
me?
speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell
Ah.
on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
That's just human nature, baby. What's this trinket all about?
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Do they, though?
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pin and her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Ah,
She
right.
looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
So yeah, let's just be honest. I hear fridge over there that I do need. I want to get over there.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
Bro. There's no it.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
Okay. She won't listen to reason. Let's try on her side of the fence a little bit.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
Stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
Okay.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
No, no. Now, I'm sure that we can come to an agreement. Alright, now that I am allowed
Hello again,
to
esteemed
speak
officer,
to you
and welcome to Crime, Romance,
about this
and
matter.
Biographies of Famous People.
Now I know what's on the other side. I was told on the other side. I want to get there.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
Maybe you should make them smell nice or something. That could probably help. Yeah, why you gotta send me his ward protecting it
It's just for decoration.
then? She waves. She wavers. Under her gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile, and something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Is this curse fucking Voldemort? What, you can't even think about it? Or it's gonna eat your money?
Host of hosts, she prays, guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
So yeah, why weren't you honest with me? Man, I'm trying my best here to... Oh, sorry. To just be, you know, nice and smooth with everybody, not, you know, get in a bunch of trouble, not tell them a bunch of stuff that's gonna mess with their day or how they think about how stuff is working. And they just they hide everything from me.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
The void wraiths. What the fuck are these?
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Oh. What is it? What does it do?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Shiver runs through the woman. She looks around Dimulith's store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Oh my. Yeah, your little kid mentioned that.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
What is a cacodemon? What are you? Oh, these people are so lost, but they're so committed to it. It's great.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Yeah, so you were praying to that thing on your neck. It must be a ward as well, right?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
What? That's not what you were doing with it, though.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Bro, why are you a witch? No, this... You make us look so bad. This can't...
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Yes, it does. I didn't like hearing it. I wasn't gonna mention it, but thank you.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Of course. Why did you not just ask? Alright. Send it.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
So yeah, I'm very familiar with purging spirits.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I bet you love this one, didn't you? Oh, I bet you did. I returned from the void. Paradetective from a long line. Paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker.
Well, I got the hat and everything.
But
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
This one is definitely what you say.
how do you know all this?
Here we go.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us.
Absolutely, sister.
But
Sick
I am not
Mundus.
the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Please, Kim, please have my back here. We gotta get in there, you know as well as I do.
Oh,
The lieutenant mumbles in mighty confusion. He has not been listening closely enough. You've put him on the spot.
certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it? Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Of course, there's always a catch.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Wow. Since that's pleasant.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Is it you?
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
Bro, okay.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
I guess we're gonna see what that's all about.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round.
This sounds...
I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
rather
Unbelievable
interesting.
Darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just office space and the damn fridge. Don't be scared.
I have never known what that word means. Get out of here. Okay.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
A small, terrified case from Plaisance. She tries her best to look away, round face buried in her hands. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
I got the
After
key.
exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
What does that mean?
Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Alright. Let's go then, whatever that means. What do you want to say?
What is this place?
Ah. Left-hand stares at the dusty training equipment. It's a little gym.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
Draws a stripe on the dusty
If
floor
it
with his
does, the
foot.
electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Yep, that's me. Think because it's
Some specks
down
of
here in the
dust
dark.
shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark.
Doesn't look all that dark.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
There's a reason nobody's in here.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Gotcha. Sidious Fortis. The rest is history.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
I don't think that's
There
gonna
are
work.
no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
That's right. This did give. Oh, this shirt did too, actually. So, never mind. Maybe later. Stop giving me the fucking. Stop with the hand. Okay. What's the story? Demijohn. I guess. This creeped me out a little bit, man. It's a hefty stack of money. You ever came down here? You wouldn't have. Holy fuck. Well, that's slipstream stuff. You wouldn't have to worry about, financial ruin. Got all the money you ever need. Right down here. Ah, wait, what? Yeah, where are the clothes that used to display?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Mm-hmm.
This
Clearly.
is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Sure, let's turn it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Alright.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yep.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
No, I know, I see.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Oh, I see.
One moment.
If you ever flip through a catalog before she reads out with serious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
What? That's okay. That's a quite
That's
a
not
niche
bad.
type of game, but pretty cool.
Any other questions?
Aww.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Okay. So there's that to mess with. The most advanced RPG in the universe.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
It's definitely a good one that focuses on some important things.
The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
Okay. That's not okay. Yeah.
History classes.
Oh, I know that.
Students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
I'll take your word for it.
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
It's their purpose.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
The anatomy of the curse.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Someone very important. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Il Mara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God, it's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
That's just pure art, baby. Oh. Why do you say that?
Schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
I wish that they could have seen success. You know?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic.
Oh my god, that's cute as shit.
Translucent Welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether Welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man.
Oh my god!
But a Welkin.
Hell yes.
One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Oh no. No. See, I just wanted to escape a little bit and find a more a better representation for myself than I feel like the expression can convey. You know, I don't want to go down this road. This is not.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Alright.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
I get you. Sure, let's see what he has to say about this.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
I bet he does. Why would they spend time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Meta.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
I can't. Oh.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
I want to see what this world is all about now, man. You've got me invested in a whole other game here.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Yeah, sounds like it is rather predatory.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Uh-huh. I will be doing
The
that.
handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Wait. You want to talk?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
No, I've already been informed what they were making. Like, I mean,
Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
what a world that would be, huh?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with heat death thrown in.
Okay, so it was a board game
Super
first?
cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
I agree. Thank you for putting it into real
2
words.
call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
That does sound pretty dope.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
The lieutenant tilts his head back, or tilts his head thinking. Like a dog. We could finish it.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
He says, looking around the derelict room, pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
It's too late to give them money too, probably. Can I...
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. The speaker comes to life.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password.
Oh, it's not any of the things that I got. Okay.
Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Received.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of...
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still...
Okay, so none of those were the password. Still waiting. But you know what? Someday. Bust you wide open. What do you got? I should be holding this. Especially in a room like this. Let me go back and see if there's anything else that I can open. I can fuck with.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
Really?
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question. Reality is ruthless.
I see. Yep, the floorboards be creaking. Can I pick up the shoes? Can't pick up the shoes? Whatever, man.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives.
Open up.
What an odd
Please.
thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. No one's home.
What about now?
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now. If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere as well. Maybe there's another way to get in.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
It's the only option I had, man. I'll try.
Thanks. In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
What about with the bolt
As
cutters? Nope. I'll be coming back. Now, my attention is needed elsewhere. A spare fridge.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
So there is an entity
The
up
echo
there.
is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway into the furnace. See how there's someone talking up there, bruh.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Physical instrument. I have that on right now. Right, yeah. Sure.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
Is police? Who is there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Nice. That was easy. Ice cream maker. Get in the doorway.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
What about what's in here?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah?
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Bro, there's some guns.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
Got one.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
An old Belle McGraw. The Revolution. What does it mean, though?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Fuck yeah, bud. Can you not? You can't hold it. What an interesting rifle. It's only. You tell me this ball costs more than a fucking gun? What the? Well, okay, it is broken. Why does it say it's... Why was it good then? I guess it just looks nicer? I guess I'll find a use for it.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads off into the darkness, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
Alright, sure.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Oh, a shirt. I don't know, dude. I want to see if you can do anything. Can you do anything with this? Nope.
Only the red cable is plugged somewhere. A machine hum.
Nothing. Okay, back to this guy.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? This must be the fridge you were told about. Look inside. See if it's big enough for the corpse. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Never would have
The
guessed.
lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, man. It's a fridge.
Of course, a giant iceberg-shaped fridge.
He relaxes Zen. Face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
What is the note?
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Yeah, let's get that
The
done.
body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
I can't tell if you're sarcastic or not there.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This does not leave this room.
Oh, brother. Oh my god. Are we artists?
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Why is that? Why are you so low? Why are you so low? You don't have anything that lowers perception. Do you have anything that... No. What's this note
The
have to
note
say?
is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
He's so cute. He just wants to get stuff done, dude.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the offsite copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully soif.
Huh. Alright. Simple enough.
2 cables are plugged something close to you.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brow. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance you hear water dripping.
Alright, gonna have to come back for that. Almost missed you here. And back out into the rain. I think that's a good point to stop at for now. Oh yeah, we did that interview with a big old fat man. Found out where that fridge was. Got a lot of things to think about. I am going to go use the restroom, get some more coffee or something. I'll be right back with a little bit more of something. I have a good amount of energy today.